welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to be doing, don't mind Doko in the back, doing 23 things that I've learned for turning 24, since today is my birthday, but this video is going to be uploaded probably right after the fact, and I'm going to just be doing a get ready with me while I do my makeup. So yeah, okay. So, first thing that I've learned, and I'm gonna be applying my foundation. So the first thing I've learned is I've accepted my heritage and just being Asian. Like, okay, just to preface, like a lot of these things I'm gonna list is just things I would say to my younger self. So for instance, I just did not like the fact that I was Filipino or just Asian in general, especially when I was younger, and growing up I just hated the fact that I was Asian. And now, like, I have like grown into it. Like, I understand, like, oh, you know, being Asian is just a part of my identity. That's who I am, and it's okay. Like, I've learned to love it a lot more, and like I'm trying to like pick up like Tagalog and just like learning more about my heritage, and so I feel like, you know, I'm understanding a huge part of myself now. The second thing I've learned is I have accepted just, you know, being alone is okay. Like, you know, being in a relationship is not necessary. Always being around friends all the time isn't something that I would want. Like, having those moments for myself have been like super enjoyable, and I have been like more productive and doing things that I like, and I just learn a lot more about myself, and so it's a great journey that I've learned, and yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Number 3 is when you put your mind to it, you can achieve things. So I definitely learned this a lot this year, even though it's like March. For instance, I was working on a UX UI project, and I really wanted to create a game for the project, and I knew it was like huge. It's a huge scale. I didn't have a job at that time while I was taking the course, so I was just able to spend a lot of time like, you know, creating my own assets. You know, I didn't know I could, you know, easily pick up pixel art, and I just did it like that. It was like, I think it was my last video, I can't remember, or I think Galentine's was my last video. But yeah, like, it's not unachievable. Like, if I really wanted to get it done, like, I can get it done. So yeah, there's nothing that should stop me from doing that. Number 4 is never settle for less. So this is just like introspecting into like one of my older like relationships from last year. I was just not happy with who I was with, and I was debating like settling for that. Like, we were almost like a 3-year relationship, and I was like, okay, you know what, 3 years, not bad. I can't find anything better apparently. I'm just kidding. I know I can. I'm just not, you know, not gonna settle for less and things that would make me unhappy. Like, I want to find people around me, like friends and such, not just like romantic partners that you know, can fulfill that like want that I need in a way. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope you guys get that gist. Like, not settling for less, like not settling for people who make me unhappy. That's really what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Next one. Well, I'm beating my face up with this beauty blender. Number 5. Oh, this leads to my next point, talking about relationships, and I'm able to create the type of friendships that I've always wanted. Like, I distinctly remember in high school, like, I would cry to my cousins. I know if you guys are watching this, like, you guys know. I would cry to them saying like, oh, I wish like I had like those friends who would like check up on me, or like, you know, would want to like hang out with me, that kind of thing. Or I was always just jealous of people who have been friends with people or with each other since like elementary school, And I just never had that. Like my circumstances were different. Like I moved quite a bit growing up, and so those people I met in elementary school, like they're not around, um, and so it's kind of like, hey, you just have to like accept the fact that um, these people, or that's not the scenario that I ended up with. So you know even though that didn't happen, that doesn't mean I can't stop making friends with new people. Like I've been like going to classes alone. I got a new job and made a new friend there. Like that sort of thing. Like there's endless amount of people who feel the same way, and you don't realize that until like you actually meet them and you express that with them. Next thing is number 6 is don't be afraid of asking for help. I have always been, and I still am. I know I am. I have always been a really shy girl. I just get like some sort of like social anxiety or something like that, like approaching people and such. But like the other day, like there's this guy at the gym who was not being nice to me at all. Like to sum up like a long story, it's I knew he wasn't using that machine. I knew there was nothing on it. I just assumed nobody was using it, so I went on it and I started using the machine. Doko was complaining, and like this guy comes up to me and he's like, "What are you doing? Like I was using that. Can you hurry up?" I was like, "Dude, I just like had a few more sets," and then he just went off on me. Like it was really scary a little bit. So I knew at that situation was like, okay, like I can either just be quiet and just like let him continue, or I could go to the front desk and like ask for help. And that's what I did. I asked for help. So, just getting out of like your comfort zone and accepting like, hey, like when you need help, go get that help you need. And that same thing goes for like mental health and that kind of thing. Like don't be afraid to like start going to therapy and such. I know it's like it's so easy. It's easier said than done, but like that's just what I've learned, that hey, like if I need help, I need to get the help. And even though it's a hard like mental battle I have to have with myself, because it's like, ooh, scary talking to people. Like just get over it. That's not really nice of me to say, but it's just like it's okay, they will be understanding. That's what I meant, not just get over it. That's really rude. I'm like talking about myself, okay? Like that's you guys know what I mean. Okay. Next is don't give up on your dreams. Like for me, like even just having this YouTube channel is part of like the things that I've always wanted to do. Like some of you guys know, like growing up I've had many different YouTube channels. Like I had like a vlogging channel of like me traveling as like back then, and like though OGs really know that I had a Minecraft channel and like it was all just gaming. And just don't be afraid to give up on like those dreams. Like even though those didn't end up working for me, I think I found like what I really enjoy doing, which is what I'm doing right now. Making content like this and just talking and being real, and just like I don't have any siblings, so just like being an older sibling or something, or even a younger sibling for people who don't have it, and just like teaching others a thing or two of like what I learned, and maybe sharing some lessons that I've had, like what I'm doing right now. Look at that eyeliner. Fuck yeah. I'm not supposed to swear. Oh well. Okay, the next part is number 8. It's never too late to learn something new. So, for example, I am deeply uncoordinated, like really badly coordinated. And something that I've started to pick up since last year is just taking some dance class. It's like K-pop dances. And, even though I know I'm not like the best, like it's not stopping me from like wanting to learn. And there's other things that I want to learn. Like I want to learn some sort of like martial arts this year. I think that would be like a fun goal to achieve. So yeah, like I've always grown up with like a mindset of like, or like in a household where it's like, oh, I'm too old to do X, I'm too old to do Y, like just being too old to do something, and it really like made me panic in a way growing up, like being like, oh, if I'm too old to like learn how to, I don't know, dance, like no, I'm not. I could still learn. I might be slower at it, but that doesn't mean I can't learn it. You know what I mean? So there's that. Next is you're smarter than you think. Like, I think I tend to speak down on myself back before, like growing up, and I wouldn't see myself as like, you know, the brightest person, or like I just lose confidence. Like, for instance, in university, like my first 2 years, like I kind of struggled with, you know, the fact that everybody else is really smart in university and you're not the only one who had like really great grades, and like you in high school, that kind of thing. And it's just like accepting that, hey, you're smart in your own way and in your own field. And, you know, it kind of like made me not go into like computer science, but I ended up in like a, you know, a field that's equally, or a program that was equally as hard to get into. And so it's kind of like, hey, just because you didn't end up or going into like what you initially wanted, like that doesn't mean that you were stupid. No, like you were actually really smart. You made it into something that's even more, I'd say, like complicated than like computer science in a way. Like, bro, you're crazy. How did you do that? I don't even know. I didn't even know that program existed. But yeah, you're just a lot smarter than you think. Next is, this is just a random hodgepodge of like things that I just threw on. I was totally on the Stairmaster just throwing this together earlier today. But anyways, number 10 is it's okay if not everybody likes you. I think that's like something I had to learn in like high school, essentially. Like, not everybody is going to be a huge fan of you. Not everybody is going to love you. You don't have to be friends with everybody. But as long as you like stay like respectful of each other and like, you know, be cordial and like just be respectful, just be a nice person. Like, it's not hard to be a nice person. So that's just what I learned. Like, even though you're nice, not everybody's gonna end up liking you at the end of the day. It's not your fault, it's not your problem. They might be facing something that you don't know or fully understand, and that's okay. Like, hey, as long as, you know, you still show them some sort of like kindness. How do I say this? Yeah, like as some sort of like kindness to show them like, hey, we might not get along, but I still respect you. That's enough. Like, that's fine. Like, it's okay. It's okay to do that. You don't have to have everybody like bowing down on your knees and be like, oh, I love you so much, you're so great. It's not gonna happen. Everybody's different. Okay. Next is where am I? Oh, 11, which is having higher standards in partners, or even like friends. I think that just relates to never settling for less, but just like really understanding, like once you figure out more about yourself, you tend to learn, oh, these are like the traits that I really like in a person, and I respect that kind of thing. Like, shoot, I need to grab one thing behind you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, just having higher standards in your partner, like it's similar to not settling for less. Like, if a guy does not open the door for you, you know, or just like listen to you or like validate your feelings, like they're not for you. They're literally not for you. You could do so much better, and you can meet so many better people than that who can and would want to do that for you. It's just like, don't settle for those who cannot give what you actually want in like a relationship, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I hope you guys don't notice that I haven't changed that board in so long, and also like my perspective has changed. Whoops. I think, okay, there we go. Next is, oh, yeah, that's the one that's a really good one. I've learned from like therapy. And don't be afraid to ask people if they want to hang out. For my birthday, this is my first time like celebrating my birthday with friends since like I turned 18. And you know, knowing like if you guys know Filipino culture, like there's a huge thing with your birthday on your 18th birthday, and that was not the best birthday I've had. But anyways, I can't multitask. I think that's another thing I learned about myself. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, it's don't be afraid to ask people to hang out with you because you don't know. You never know if they are thinking the same thing. They just don't know your schedule, that kind of thing. Like, don't be afraid to ask. There's no harm in asking. The worst thing that they could say is just, no, I can't go. And that's like, okay, when are you available? Or, no, I don't want to. Okay, you don't want to do that? Okay, I'll find somebody else who would enjoy doing that activity with me. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying no. And same thing with me. Like, I can just say no. It's easy as that. It's easy as that. Okay. I think most of these are just getting over my fear of being shy. Okay, anyways. Number 13, walk away when you're upset and come back when you've calmed down. I have very, very strong emotions. That's just what I've learned, and that's just how I am. And to cope with that, or like to, you know, make sure I don't really like ruin like relationships and such, like with friends and like family, is like, hey, if I'm upset about a situation, I need my space, and I will come back more likely not like super calm. I think that's just the Aries in me, which is, you know, I can't blame it, put the blame on that, but or excuse that behavior on that, but it's just something that I've learned. It's like, I can't be hot-headed. Like, in this situation, you can't solve problems when you're hot-headed. You need to calm down because emotions are so high that you're not thinking straight. You're just saying red. And so, that's what I've learned. I don't think I'm baking right. This is my first time baking my face, and it doesn't look the way I want it. Number 14, speaking up for myself is possible. Words might not come out right, but it's there. I think you can tell I'm not best with my words sometimes, and it's difficult for me to kind of say something. Like, I have to write this down. I don't know if you guys notice in like some videos, like it looks like I'm looking at a script, and that's kind of my problem, but whatever. Comes with practice, right? And it's just like, I have the words in my head, right? And it's difficult for them to like come out, and so it's kind of like, hey, it's okay that it might not come out exactly how you want to say it, but at least speak up for yourself, and at least think about it first too. Kind of like, okay, you know what to say, you can speak your truth or your perspective, but you know, it might not come out like exactly how you want to say it, but that doesn't mean like you can't say what you wanted to say. I think that's the best way I can phrase it. I'm better at texting. That's what I've learned. That's another way I can say it. Okay. Number 15 is your feelings are always valid. It's okay to feel like angry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay. Of course, it's okay to be happy. But that leads me to my second point, which is even though your feelings are valid, let's say like you're upset or you're mad or you're really sad, that doesn't excuse for bad behavior. I think that's just a lesson that everybody should learn. Like, it's okay to feel that way, but that does not excuse, you know, being rude to somebody. That's not really nice. So I think this is just common sense. But anyways, maybe I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm not the best person, or I'm not like the nicest person. I know that, or I haven't been the nicest person growing up. Let's see, what's next? Oh, number 17. I'm like jumping from like one thing to another, but implementing new habits is hard. So don't give up on trying different ways to make it work. So what I mean by that is, let's say my skincare routine. I have always been terrible at skincare. I am literally that person who's like, oh, if I can just wash my face. I don't need to have anything else other than like water on it, or like I would just sleep with my makeup on. That is such a bad habit. And thankfully, I did not get really bad acne from that. But you know, either way, it's kind of like, hey, like that's basic hygiene, girl. Like you gotta have to do that, and you have eczema, so it's gonna like probably could make your skin worse. And I was like, okay, time to lock in and actually like start focusing on like building that small habit of like washing my face, taking care of it, moisturizing. Holy heck, that one's hard for me to do still, and I'm trying my best. Like it's tough building new habits from the ground up because you're so used to not doing them, and it's kind of like you need those like little reminders for yourself. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I have like little stickers on my everywhere in my like room, in my bathroom, and that's just like for myself to be like, hey, don't forget to do this habit that you've told yourself that you wanted to do. It's like reading. Like I know on my New Year's thing I said I wanted to read 12 books, so essentially like a book per month. I've only finished one book, and I've really been struggling on like reading, but you know, I don't know if you guys count like reading like manhwas and stuff on my phone, but I don't want to count it because I feel like it's kind of like doom scrolling. I'm on my phone and I could still get distracted. So yeah, it's just like habits are hard to form, and bad habits are also hard to break, and you always need to like check yourself and be like, hey, is this what I wanted to do? Is this what I wanted to achieve? No? Okay, then let's fix that. Okay. Well, we're almost done with our list, and I haven't finished beating up my face. Okay. Next is, 18. This is a really relevant one to me right now. It is just because you weren't athletic in high school doesn't mean you can't start working out. I have always been scared of like going to the gym and like being like starting it out, like just being in that environment and that kind of thing. And I've learned that hey, not everybody there is athletic. Not everybody there has like, you know, the genes of, you know, being like the best in like sports or whatever, or like, you know, they're coordinated, you know what I mean? Like everybody is starting from their own place, and it is something that everybody, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like it's not too late to give it a try, and like just because you don't feel like you're fit, like that doesn't mean you can't go. Like everybody's there for themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody is there for themselves and wanting to improve themselves and their own like physical health, and could some parts mental. You could have some problems there with like body dysmorphia and that kind of thing, but besides that point, everybody's there to really be there for themselves. And what I've noticed, at least from some gyms that I've been to, especially the smaller ones, it's just a very like nice community of people like encouraging each other to just be there, and I just find beauty in that. So just don't be afraid of starting. Okay, number 19, just because you're shy, it shouldn't stop you from doing things alone. So that's like, you know, going to the gym alone, going to a dance class alone, going to, I don't know, having like those solo dates and that kind of thing. Like just because I am absolutely scared of people sometimes, that doesn't mean I can't, you know, enjoy life outdoors, outside my house, and doing things by myself. Like solo dates I've had have been so fucking amazing, and I will keep going on them. Okay. Blush. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really fast at doing my makeup. I didn't realize that. Okay. Number 20 is life might not work out the way you know, kind of expected it to be. So for example, last year I graduated. I thought, you know, I could find like a job easily, but you guys know the situation right now. It's like terrible. Like the job market is like crashing. Just nothing has been like going well for a lot of recent grads, and it's kind of like, hey, it's okay that things aren't going the way you want it to, but that leads me to the second point is, you know, just because things don't work out exactly that you wanted it to or you expected, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, and you should really focus on the things that you can control in your situation. So for instance, like I didn't have a job for the longest time, and what I did was I just took up some courses that I could like upgrade like my skills essentially. I didn't expect to like go back to like essentially school right away. After graduating, I was like pretty done with studying and that kind of thing. But I'm glad that I did, and like right now, like situation is still not the best, but hey, at least I have like some sort of goal and like plans that could help me on, you know, landing like my first big girl job and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like just focus on what you can control in your situation and not stress about everything that's external happening. Like if you start to worry about everything that's external, you're gonna spiral down, and that has definitely happened to me. Oh god, I'm having a lot of notifications right now. But yeah, it shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do. Just keep working on yourself and doing things that you know you can do in your given situation. Okay, mini tutorial. If you guys are curious on like how I do my lashes, I literally put this like right here, and I can like essentially look at my nostril or see my nostril, and I just focus on laying this on top of my natural lashes, but making sure it's on the eyelid and not on my lashes, if you guys get what I mean. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, next is 22. It's never the end of the world if something goes wrong. Okay, I panic a lot. I have anxiety sometimes, and I'm sorry, not anxiety sometimes. I get anxious sometimes, and yeah, sometimes I feel like it's the end of the world when things don't go exactly as planned, or if I like lose something, I'm like, shoot, I cannot find that item. It's like the end of the world, that kind of thing. Like I just, yes, don't go. I just spiral out. But leading on to like the point that I've said from number 21 and like 20 is that, hey, like you don't have to stress about, you know, things you can't control. Like if you lost something, you lost it. Like, so what? Now what can you do about that? It's gone. It's not there anymore. Like you literally cannot do anything about it if you've already exhausted all of your options. And so you just have to accept that fact, and you know, you could get a new replacement, just continue on, like that kind of thing. It's not the end of the world if you like, you know, lose your phone or whatever. Or like for instance, my AirPods got stolen, and I felt really terrible, but it was kind of my fault at the same time because I didn't lock my door for my car. But anyways, yeah, like it's not the end of the world. Don't panic on things like that. I think that's just a major theme that I've learned for myself, is just remember to stay calm. Like I said, I think that's the Aries in me. And happy Aries season. It's the 21st. And yeah. Okay, let me just pop these on. And number 23. We're almost done, guys. Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm distracted. I got this for my Sephora birthday. It's the Makeup by Mario set. I am absolutely obsessed with this. I think I will buy this. Okay, great. See my makeup. Okay, sorry guys. So the last one is Oh God. It's so good. This is number one, and if you know me, you guys know, this is what I've been doing with myself a lot lately. It's okay to not be super early. It's okay. You don't have to panic. You're gonna get there on time. Like, just slow down and you're gonna make it. Like, I've always had this problem of always panicking if I'm gonna be late, and I always end up becoming like 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes early, and that has definitely been frustrating for me and like people who I hang out with, and so that's not really fair. So yeah, just a final lesson I've learned. Okay, I'm gonna cut this and I'll show you my final outfit, but that is my makeup look. I hope you guys like that. She's really cute. Okay, this is my final look. Almost done. I just have a tiara and yeah, there's that. Thanks you guys for watching. I'm gonna fix up my hair just a little bit more. But yeah, those are 23 things I've learned before turning 24. And yeah, I hope you guys like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this kind of content. Or, you know, let me know if you want to see me do more like makeup looks, that kind of thing, like getting ready with me. I've never really done this before, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, happy birthday to me! Yay, Doka!